Hello students, I welcome to all of you to this session of Polity. Dear students, myself Dhiraj Mondal, Assistant Professor JS College of Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about the evaluation of state and union territory. Basically, dear students, you know that union and its territory, how the Reorganization Act came and how the state formed in our India. Last class I discussed that there were 14 state and 6 union territory in India before 1956 1st November. Okay, that means 1st November 1956 by State Reorganization Act, this 14 state and 6 territory were formed, and after that right now it is a 28 state and 8 union territory. But before this, how that means what about the what was the condition of the Indian territory, that we are going to discuss right now. So the evaluation of the state and union territory, how it is evaluated. Okay, and how what are the process, what are the committees, that we will discuss. Okay, so initially there were in our India there were fourfold classification. Okay, fourfold classification means A, B, C, D, like fourfold classification, where A is belong to the British province, B is princely state. Okay, like this. And then Dhar commission, after that Dhar commission came into the picture, and after that JVP committee, that is your Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattabhi Sitaramaya committee, then Fazal Ali committee. This committee basically last committee, and after the recommendation of this Fazal Ali committee, State Reorganization Act was come into the picture. So what happened, that fourfold system is replaced, and the Dhar commission come to the picture, then JVP committee come to the picture, after that Fazal Ali commission. Whether this Dhar commission was the recommendation of the Dhar commission and it is rejected or not, JVP committee it is rejected or not, that we will be discussing in today's lecture. Okay, so let us discuss. So first of all, I want to make you clear that in USA, what happened, if this is your USA and this is let us consider New York. So if you want to reorganize this New York, that means if you want to extend the territory of the New York, if you want to bifurcate New York, if you want to reduce or diminish the area of the New York, then you can't do this by, that means United States of America can't do this, because the state in New York, it itself sovereign in nature. That means state does the country United States of America, it does not have any kind of right or any kind of procedure to bifurcate that state, until, that means the state is having its sovereign authority. Okay, but in our India it is not, the sovereign authority is not given to the state, particular state. So as we know that we are the Union of India. Okay, so if the parliament wants that the West Bengal or any kind of any state, if parliament wants to bifurcate, if parliament wants to extend the territory of the West Bengal, it is possible. So basically what happened, what I want to say, that American government is a federal government. Okay, federal means both state and country both are having sovereign, both are sovereign in nature. Okay, Now you can see here it is written that American Constitution described as indestructible union and indestructible state. That means total USA is it is indestructible, मतलब कि इसको आप तोड़ नहीं सकते हो, ठीक है. As well as the state also indestructible in nature, मतलब ये भी state also you cannot destroy the state. Okay, now last class I discussed about the article 1, where it is what is article 1. It is basically mentioning the name of the country, that is your India, that is Bharat, and article and another one is the types of the polity. We know that this article it was discussed. Article 3, I told you that it is very very important, where article 3 told us that if you want to change the name of a particular state, if you want to diminish or reduce the area of the particular state, if you want to extend the territory of the state, anything, so you can do by the help of this article 3. Now dear students, what I want to mention here, article 4 declares that law made for admission or establishment of new state. Under article 2, the formation of new state and alteration of area, boundaries or names of existing state. Under article 3, it is not to be considered as amendment of constitution under article 368. What I mean to say, I want to say that that means if you want to change the name of a particular state like West Bengal to Bengal, then you cannot do, you can do, but you should not go to the way the amendment. That means you know that amendment can be done by the help of the article 368, but under the article 368 it is not necessary that you have to go to the amendment and you are just changing the name. Only by the parliament, only by some simple majority and by ordinary legislative process you can do. Clear? Again I am telling you, let us take this map. What I want to say, let us consider this is the this is the area of the India, you know, this is the boundary, territorial area. Now what I want to say, let us consider that I want to change the name of the Madhya Pradesh. I want to change the boundary of the Madhya Pradesh. I want to change, that means I want to bifurcate Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so that is possible by the help of the simple majority or by ordinary legislative process. That means I am not going to the going for the article 368 where the amendment can be, that means amendment is done. Okay, so it is not necessary that you have to go to the article 368 and you just amendment the constitution and then only it is possible. No, but if you want to change the territory, that means if you want to reduce the territory, if you want to extend the territory, okay, so that should be done by the help of this article 368. That means at that time the what I want to say, that at that time it is you have to go to the article 368 and amendment should be done. So power of the parliament to diminish the area of the state under article 3 include all the powers cede इंडियन टेरिटरी टू द फॉरेन कंट्री. मतलब देखो सिंपल सीधा भाषा में जो हम बोलना चाहते हैं, फिर से हम बोल रहे हैं. देखो पार्लियामेंट जो क्या करता है, डिमिनिश कर सकता है, मतलब कोई जो एरिया है उसको छोटा बड़ा ये भी कर सकता है। डिमिनिश मतलब छोटा करना, ठीक है। तो डिमिनिश द एरिया ऑफ द स्टेट अंडर आर्टिकल 3 ये पावर मिलता है कहाँ से, पार्लियामेंट को मिलता है आर्टिकल 3 से। बट ये बोलना चाह रहा है कि सीड, ये जो ये CD मतलब समर्पण करना, सौंप देना, ठीक है, ये कर सकता है कि दैट मीन्स पावर टू सीड इंडियन टेरिटरी टू फॉरेन कंट्री, मतलब इंडिया का कोई एक पार्ट, मान लो ये तमिलनाडु है, तो क्या हम फॉरेन कंट्री को सौंप सकते, मतलब मान लो कि ये हम श्रीलंका को सौंप रहे, तो ये कर सकते नहीं। दैट मीन्स एट दैट टाइम यू नीड टू अमेंड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। देखो ये ऐसा एक कोई केस आया था, इसलिए ये डिस्कस किया जा रहा है। दिस क्वेश्चन केम बिफोर द सुप्रीम कोर्ट इन ए रेफरेंस मेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट इन 1968। एक बेरुबारी केस आया था, ठीक है। द डिसीजन ऑफ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट टू सेट पार्ट ऑफ ए टेरिटरी नोन एज बेरुबारी यूनियन in West Bengal, okay, Baribari Union to Pakistan led to political agitation and controversy, and thereby necessitated the president reference, ठीक है। तो बेरीबारी एक केस आया था। तो यहाँ पर देखो बात, देखो सबसे पहले हम फिर से हम यहाँ पर डिस्कस करेंगे। देखो जो इफ़ यू वांट टू सी, दैट मीन्स द रेड डॉट, you can see the red dot, this is the external boundary of the India, okay, external boundary of India. But this yellow color, it is basically denoting the British India, okay, and this blue color, it is basically denoting the princely state, okay. So this red color, red dot dash line, it is basically explaining that this is the external boundary of independent India. Clear? Now what happened after independence? There were some princely state which were like Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, who were that means who were what we can say, that they were not entered in India, that means they were not admitted in India or any Pakistan. That means after some partition, the government of India, or that means after partition, it is told that either you may join India or you may join Pakistan, or you may stay or you may remain independent. But some state like Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, they did not join India as well as Pakistan. So what will be the future of that state? That is the disputed, some kind of disputed area inside the India. So if you want to diminish the territory of India, suppose this Hyderabad it is inside the India. Now if you want to diminish the territory of India, then you can do, but by the help of some amendment like 368. But as it is disputed area, जो मतलब अमीमांसित हो जेटा बोले, ठीक है, मतलब जो अभी कोई मतलब सोल्यूशन में नहीं आया, तो ऐसा कुछ अगर है, ऐसा कोई अगर मान लो एरिया है, तो वो क्या होता है, अंडर द आर्टिकल 368 ये क्या किया जाता है, इसको आप चेंज कर सकते हो, ठीक है, डिमिनिश भी कर सकते हो, एक्सटेंड भी कर सकते हो। बट मेन जो है आपका जो है बाउंड्री अगर डिस्प्यूटेड नहीं है, तो यू कैन नॉट डिमिनिश द एरिया, मतलब इसको आप छोटा नहीं कर सकते हो, आप बड़ा कर सकते हो, आप लीज ले सकते हो बाहर का, मान लो श्रीलंका आप ले लिया, आप पाकिस्तान ले ली, तो ये कर सकते हो, ठीक है। समझ में आ गया? ओके, देखो यहाँ पर और क्या बोल रहे हैं, कहाँ जा रहा है, नेक्स्ट। हाँ, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्या बोल रहे हैं, देखो, पावर ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट टू डिमिनिश द एरिया ऑफ द स्टेट अंडर आर्टिकल 3 डज नॉट कवर सेशन ऑफ इंडियन टेरिटरी टू ए फॉरेन कंट्री, ठीक है, मतलब ये फॉरेन कंट्री में आप नहीं, मतलब सुप्रीम कोर्ट से क्या मतलब क्या बोल रहे हैं, पावर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट टू डिमिनिश द एरिया ऑफ द, ये पावर कहाँ से मिलता है, आर्टिकल 3 से मिलता है, ठीक है, ऑफ ए स्टेट, ठीक है। बट ये जो आप बाहर का कंट्री को आप नहीं सौंप सकते हो, ठीक है। इंडियन टेरिटरी कैन बी सीडेड टू फॉरेन स्टेट ओनली बाय अमेंडिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अंडर आर्टिकल 368। ये कब बोला था, 9 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट ऑफ 1960 was enacted to transfer territory to Pakistan. Okay, Supreme Court in 1969 ruled that settlement of a boundary dispute between Indian and another country does not require a constitutional amendment. तो 1969 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्या बोला है, रूल आउट किया क्या, सेटलमेंट ऑफ बाउंड्री डिस्प्यूट बिटवीन इंडियन एंड अनदर कंट्री डज नॉट रिक्वायर constitutional amendment. It can be done by execution action. It does not involve cession of Indian territory to foreign country, ठीक है, ओनली एग्जीक्यूशन एग्जीक्यूटिव एक्शन से आप कर सकते हो। अब देखो टू कैटेगरीज ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स, टू कैटेगरी ऑफ पॉलिटिकल यूनिट्स, क्या बोल रहा है, द ब्रिटिश प्रोविंस अंडर द डायरेक्ट रूल ऑफ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट, द प्रिंसली स्टेट अंडर द रूल ऑफ नेटिव प्रिंसेस बट सब्जेक्ट टू द पैरामाउंट्स ऑफ द ब्रिटिश क्राउन, ठीक है। तो ये जो दो कैटेगरी समझ में आया, ब्रिटिश प्रोविंस अंडर द डायरेक्ट मतलब रूल ऑफ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट, और क्या था, प्रिंसली स्टेट, जो क्या जमींदार जो है था ना उस टाइम, जो राजा हुआ करता था वो लोगों के अंदर में रहता था, बट एज ए होल इट इज अंडर द ब्रिटिश क्राउन। The Indian Independence Act of 1947 created two independent and separate dominion of India and Pakistan. इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान बना था, जो पार्टीशन होने के बाद माउंटबेटन जो पार्टीशन के थ्योरी लाए थे ना। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड, 3 ऑप्शन टू द प्रिंसली स्टेट given that either you join India or join Pakistan or remain independent. Clear? So what was told, that whatever the princely state inside the India or whatever the East Pakistan, West Pakistan, so either you join, it is told that either you join India or Pakistan or remain independent, ठीक है। So there were the 552 princely state within the geographical boundary of India, and out of this 552, 559 joined India, and the remaining 3 like Hyderabad, Junagadh and Kashmir refused to join. So this Hyderabad, you know that what happened. If I see again the your map, you see this is your Hyderabad, this is Junagadh, this is Jammu and Kashmir. Now Jammu and Kashmir, Junagadh and Hyderabad, they remain independent. That means neither join Pakistan nor India. So what happened if after 5 years, let us consider after 5 years Hyderabad wanted to join Pakistan, then what will happen? This Hyderabad surrounded by total Indian territory. So what happened? Inside India there is a Pakistan. So is this correct thing? That means it is quite uncomfortable for India that inside the India there will be a Pakistani territory. So that is basically not desirable. So that is why you know that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who is called Iron Man of India, okay, or Bismarck of India, he basically united all these princely states. So out of this 552, 549 were added, included in Indian territory, but 3, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir and Hyderabad, they were not added. So Hyderabad basically it is included by the help of police action. You know that Operation Polo were launched at that time, and by the help of police action the Nizam of Hyderabad surrendered himself, and Hyderabad became the part of India. And in Junagadh through referendum it is added to the Indian territory. You know the Junagadh, it is in Gujarat, and the Jammu and Kashmir. Basically, this Jammu and Kashmir, it is added in India by the help of instrument of accession. Instrument of accession, very very important. So, what is instrument of accession? That I discussed in the Jammu and Kashmir section. That means Article 370 and 35A, history of Jammu and Kashmir. If you have not seen that particular video, there are six video. So please see that part. History of Article 370. I will send you the link. Okay, and you can see in the Vision WBCS in YouTube channel, there was a playlist like history special video. Okay, so there it is. This video you can avail. Okay, this video is available. So total history of the Jammu and Kashmir we are discussing here. Okay, now come to the point. So 552, देखो हैदराबाद क्या हो रहा है, पुलिस एक्शन बाय द हेल्प ऑफ जूनागढ़ बाय द हेल्प ऑफ रेफरेंडम, एंड Kashmir by the help of instrument of accession. Basically, instrument of accession basically it tells that the government of India can make law with respect to defense, external affairs, and communication. Okay, so that is instrument of accession. That means Jammu and Kashmir did not sign the merger agreement. So basically, merger agreement, if you sign the merger agreement, then your autonomy will be lost. That means as a whole, the whole Indian government will be sovereign, and whole Indian government can make law on that particular state. Come to the next point. This fourfold classification we will be discussing in the next class because time is running out. So I think it is clear. So this is the India before and after partition. You can see this is your west Pakistan, this is your east Pakistan, and this is India, and these are the princely state, and how it is that means what is the procedure to include India, and what is the how the territory of state, how a state form, that will be discussed in the next class. That means all the committee will be discussed here. Okay, so thank you for listening. Jai Hind.